welcome to One Way Football's one-on-one fan reaction, the Euros edition. Yes, I'm joined here today with Johnny. And Johnny, we should be in a good mood because for 55 years we've been waiting for this. And is it coming home?
Yes.
It's coming home, yeah?
You're surprised to even say yes, weren't you?
I was surprised.
Well, after the last conversation we had, which was after the Scotland game, I didn't have much hope. But we are facing possibly the best side in Europe at the moment.
Italy are looking good, aren't they?
Final. They are looking very good.
But I was talking to a couple of, well, when I say a couple of English fans, on Wednesday, there was about 6 of us against 200 in this bar. And a couple of fans are saying that Italy, they seem to do the same way that Denmark was playing, and they kind of sit back and just wait for every counter attack they can get.
Yeah, although Italy are a masterclass in defence, whereas Denmark are not. So to compare them to Denmark's a bit not right. I think you see a different game. I think it'll be very cagey and very, very tight on tomorrow night. I really do. And it could go either way. It could go all the way to penalties, and that's something that you just don't want, do you? Really?
Because I had the feeling that we were going to beat Denmark, by a lot of goals. I thought it maybe could have been 4 or 5-0, and I was hoping that, like my heart was saying that. But looking at that game, it was a tough game. They really, like, do you know what I mean? They did sit back a lot. Yeah,
and Denmark over the years have always been a good side. They've never been. They're no mugs. They're no slouches. They're well organised. They had the problems with Ericsson at the start. They lost the first 2 games, and to get out of the group alone was an achievement. And then to get to the semis was incredible. Yeah, I think it's a step too far for them. But they're no mugs. They're no slouches.
No.
And I mean, they won it in '92. They weren't even meant to be in it, and they won it. So I mean, I knew that would be tight, but I thought we were the better team on Wednesday for sure.
Yeah, but just quickly before we talk more about the Denmark game.
Yeah.
Germany, because I haven't had a chance to cover over the Germany games or anything like that. Obviously, I'm going to be doing a show with Adam later. We'll be covering more of it. But what was your thoughts on that Germany game?
Comfortable, easy. Should have had more. All right, they should have put one away, more than 1-on-1. Other than that, wasn't worried. It was easy. It was just comfortable.
And let's talk about Harry Kane.
Well, do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, right? Since the Germany game onwards, my Facebook has been crawling with anti-Kane supporters, mainly Leicester City fans, and I don't know why. They say he should never have started. We don't celebrate when he scores. I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Harry Kane. If he scores, he breaks the Knickers record, and he goes joint top scorer in the tournament. I'm not sure what people want from him. I mean, you're an Arsenal fan, and let's be realistic. I mean, I cheered Ian Wright when he scored goals for England.
Yeah.
I mean, you're an Arsenal fan. Obviously, you don't like Kane because he's a good player, and you don't want to come up against him. He plays for your rivals. As a human being, he's England captain. He's he doesn't give it. He's not cocky. He's not arrogant. He says what he has to say, and he plays his football. And I'm not sure what the hatred is for him. To
there was a Tottenham supporter with me when we was watching the game, and I was shouting on for Kane. I was, go on, Kane, come on, get up there. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to put that rivalry aside when it comes to your national team. For too many years, I've had that. Oh, it's the international break. Oh, it's the international break. Yeah. And this feeling has come back into me because we're getting somewhere, and I'm starting to now feel like I want to back my country again because I'm seeing good results.
Yeah, and to bring the country together, especially after the last few months we've had and stuff, it's been great. We're not there yet. We've not done it yet, but we're there. And whatever happens tomorrow night, I think they can hold their heads up high and come back. And it's not all doom and gloom. But I don't know why the papers and these supporters just want to get on Kane's back. Leave him alone. He's scoring goals. He scored the same amount as Sterling. They don't get on his back, do they?
I don't think he'll leave this transfer?
I think
Because
I think he'll stay this summer for sure, and I think if he wins the Euros, that will change his mindset as well.
City have put out that they're not buying him now. They don't want to. They
They never were going to buy him. Yeah, they said they haven't got enough money. The 100 million offer was ridiculous, to be honest. It's not.
Yeah,
yeah. But we'll see what happens. I think with Nuno there now, he might stay.
Yeah,
we'll see what goes on.
That's another topic that I want to talk to you about on another show. But I think Nuno will be a good manager for Tottenham.
Well, it's a manager.
Well, it's something, isn't it? Yeah,
we've got one. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah, obviously. How do you think Italy's performances have been so far?
I fancied Italy. Yeah, I fancied Italy from day one before they kicked the ball. And it's they've always been a dominant force in football. I like Mancini's got them playing different to the way he used to play. So before it was very defensive. Now they're open. Chiesa up front is a force. I remember his dad playing for Italy, and he was strong. And this is the son. And I mean, they're a good side. They've got goals in them. They don't concede many. We don't concede many. Don't be surprised. This has got 0-0 written all over it. Do not be surprised.
Extra time, maybe.
Extra time, pens. It could be that. I could be wrong. We could get battered 4-0, win 4-0. But I just think both teams are so tight at the back. And Italy they know how to get over the line. Yeah. England now, over the years, haven't done that. This is possibly the team now to do this.
We still struggle at the back though, because we shown it when Sterling scored, and then straight after Germany were on the counter attack, and our back we leave them too open.
Well, yeah. I mean, Maguire and Stones. I mean, we had this chat before about Maguire and Stones, and God knows who else. And I mean, they're not the greatest defenders in the world, but they've done a good job. I think the opposition we've played has not been that great. This will be a really big test.
Yeah.
To see it up against their strikers, but if we continue to play the way we go in, then we'll be all right, I think.
Even against that Denmark game, though, there was still a couple of slips up. You know, like I said, they were going to break away, and they did a couple of times.
Yeah, they did. There was a couple of shots where Pickford saved, especially in the first half.
I was sat with Adam watching the game as well, and he said, "Watch this free kick go in." He went, "Pickford's rubbish at free kicks."
I mean, he's to say. I mean, he should have got a hand to it. I mean, it's going at pace. Honestly, it was never a free kick, to be honest, and ours was never a pen.
No.
So these Danish fans that are moaning that it wasn't a penalty need to really go back to bed, because it was never a foul in the first place for the free kick. So, and Harry Kane's one was a foul in the box.
I was saying that referee was awful.
It was awful, and they want the game replayed as a petition. They need to just get over it. Just basically get over it.
Like, be happy you got to the semi-finals anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
exactly. Yeah,
that could have been that could have been anyone's competition to win.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like Italy, Spain though. Yeah, I want to go over that. Who would you have rather Spain? Because I've spoken to a few like English fans, and they've gone, I probably would have preferred Spain in that final.
For me, it didn't really matter, because they're both very, very good sides, and you've got to beat one of them to win it. So it wouldn't have bothered me either way.
Spain had a shaky start though, didn't they?
They did, and that's but I don't like. I think Maguire and Stones would have liked to have faced Morata, because I personally don't rate Morata as a player.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit laboured in the middle, but they were lucky to get to the semis. But I think I would rather. That's not much in it, to be honest.
No.
But I would probably rather play Spain, because I would say it's a little bit easier than Italy. But
Southgate got it right against Denmark, though. The whole Grealish thing, because there's a lot of controversy about that. You know, Grealish coming on and then getting taken off straight away because he wanted to do a back five or something, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he's ever fancied Grealish as a player, to be honest. He was very reluctant to even pick him in the squad. And he's there, and he's brought him on. He's a cameo player. He's a man who can try and change a game.
Yeah.
And, he wants to defend. He's gone 2-1. He wants to defend it. Take him off. I don't see an issue with it. Grealish was happy with it.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
and that's it. And, I don't think Grealish should start. He's an impact player. Yeah. He's an impact for me. He's a player that will come off the bench and try and turn the game.
Like we said before, Mount and Grealish kind of the same kind of play anyway. Do you know what I mean? Maybe Mount's a stronger start,
I think Mount has to start, I think, over Grealish. Yeah. And plus he takes free kicks.
Yeah.
So,
One lad as well that I want to bring up because he looked a bit off his game was Saka. He holds on to the ball too long, and I think they bully him a bit.
Saka's had a good tournament, to be fair.
Yeah,
and,
no, he's had a good tournament, but the last game it wasn't his
I thought he
greatest.
played all right against Denmark, to be fair.
Do you think, yeah?
I thought he was all right. You know, he huffed and puffed and he got tired, and but he can create, and he created the chance for Sterling, didn't he?
Yeah.
And you know, he's really surprised me, actually. So I watched him in the Premier League, and Saka plays for Arsenal. Never mind.
Yeah.
To be fair, I can't moan. He's been brilliant, and
for a 19-year-old, his price has definitely gone up.
And I think the reason being is because he's so young. He doesn't understand especially with the England and Germany game. I watched an interview of him. He doesn't get it.
No.
He doesn't remember the 5-1 when we beat them, and when they beat us on penalties 100 times. He doesn't understand it. To him, it's just Germany. Oh, I'll just go there and that's it. And I like that.
Yeah. You don't want to be reminiscing on times that are bad times, because that's what Germany want, didn't they? They want you to feel that fear.
Of course. And we rode our luck against Germany. That Muller effort that went wide. I mean, that if that goes in, it changes the game. But he missed it. And it's about time we had our luck. I mean, that goal over the line that Lampard scored in the World Cup, never got it. It's this swings and roundabouts. It's our time now.
Yeah. Are you kind of happy though the fact that VAR hasn't been used a lot in this competition?
The reason being, so I've let the referees ref, and there's a lot of so in the Premier League, everything's checked.
Yeah,
from a push in the box to a little handball, and they take so long in the Premier League with the lines. And
they do, don't they?
And it's like, and they go and look at the screen. I think in this tournament, what they've done is they've let the referees ref.
Yeah.
They will check if it's a penalty, and they tend to agree.
There's a couple of times where they've done it, but they haven't done the whole go to the screen, check there, go to listen to them.
It's got to be clear and obvious.
Yeah.
Now the Sterling penalty. Now the ref's given it. For me, he was touched. It's soft, but he was touched. I've looked at it and gone, well, he's actually been touched, so it's a penalty.
Yeah.
What I don't understand VAR, if the referee doesn't give it, VAR are not going to overturn that and give a penalty, are they?
No.
This is the problem with it.
Yeah.
It's not consistent enough. But the refs have ref well, for sure. Because they're all world class. Even the English guy, what's his name? The one who I can't remember his name now. But he's done really well. He refereed the game when Ericsson went down.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So no, really good, really impressive. It all across the board.
It's just nice to see a bit of football not having that stop every 2 minutes. And do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because it's not a game of 90-minute football anymore. Even with extra time, it's just like most of the time.
Well, they say the average time the ball's in play is about 58 minutes in a game.
Right. Yeah.
It's mental. That's like nearly half. Do you know what? I just have visions as a Tottenham fan, right? Champions League final, League Cup finals. Something always goes wrong watching these finals. I just have a feeling tomorrow night it's going to be tight, but I don't want there to be a red card. Something's going to spoil it. Someone being hot-headed, going over the top. You can just envisage it, can't you? Something stupid happening. Remember,
but I do feel like the team that we've got are quite a disciplined team, aren't they? I don't think there's been one moment where they've got in someone's face or they push someone, or do you know what I mean?
But the Italians, and listen, as you know, I'm a quarter Italian myself, right? So
right.
I'll never support them, but they're very clever. There's 5 or 6 players in that Italian team that will go down looking for a free kick and get it. The only player that does that in the England team is Grealish and Kane. They look for the free kicks, they get them, they're clever.
Yeah.
But like Chiellini at the back for them, I mean, he's 92 years old, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, because that Denmark game, there was so many times where I was like, just go down. Just really go down.
Go down, too honest, go down, do it. You've got to do what you've got to do. You've got to be evil.
Yeah, I think sometimes they're too nice, aren't they? Like some English players.
But the Italians are great at it, and they'll roll around holding their leg. They'll do it until they get a free kick, and people go, "Oh, they're cheats." Well, no, they're clever.
Did you watch the one when they went to penalties and they were deciding which end to play and everything?
Oh yeah, Chiellini,
Chiellini, and he grabbed the player, and he was just like, you could see in his face, he's like, I don't want to hug you and stuff. I'm not in that mood, like.
He made it like he didn't care.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's it. And then they won in the end. So and I think they deserved it.
Did he like punch him or something? Like
He grabbed him and he
done
sort of
something,
pushed
didn't
him.
he?
Sort of
Yeah.
pushed him, yeah. But it was all nice. But yeah, I mean, they look strong, to be honest. And Mancini, as you know, is a winner. He's won the league. He won that
Yeah.
injury time Man City league win. And you know, you
And
can't
Italy have been in final before, so they know that feeling. You know, they know that.
Well, they're in World Cup final as well. When did they not get beat by Spain? But you know, this is the toughest test we've had. I just hope tomorrow night we don't do anything silly. We play the game we've been playing, and it's going to be very, very tight. It's going to be tense. It's going to be nervous.
Yeah. Just before we wrap this up, is there any changes that you would personally make to the team that we had out against Denmark, or would you kind of keep it similar? Or
no, I'll keep it the same. I think he's got it right. I don't Saka maybe Foden in for Saka possibly.
Yeah.
Having said that, you know, Italy are a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
To the others, but no, I'll keep it the same.
And let's just remember, people, Kane's been in every game. Every game.
He's played every game. He's played 90 minutes every game. He's England captain. He should be. Well, not like minutes, but he's been subbed. But he should be playing and starting every game. And I don't know why people, even now, they're in a final, we're still slagging him off. I don't understand it.
And I think a lot of people they closed their mouths after that goal against Germany, weren't it? I mean, because
and you
know, spoke too soon.
Yeah.
You know, like
I mean, they were desperate for him. Some of these England fans were desperate for him to miss the penalty, right? And he slotted it in. It was the worst penalty I've ever seen him take, but he still scored.
Yeah, of course,
so, you know, and if he took 10 penalties, he scores 9 of them.
Yeah.
So, you know, but he got away with it. And
even the Spurs supporter that I was with, he went, Kane won't miss this.
No.
And the goalkeeper saved it, but he knocked it back in. He was fast on his feet to get to it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, he should have held it.
Yeah,
he should have held it.
Yeah.
And that's what you get for being all cocky.
No, but I'm saying Kane was fast on his feet to get the.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is Schmeichel should have held it in the first place.
Yeah.
So, you know, it could have happened to a nicer bloke because Schmeichel, really, what he said. I mean, I'm so much bitterness.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, about Schmeichel.
There is just one thing I like to say.
Has it ever been home?
Well, yeah. Of course he has. Yeah, he hasn't got a clue what he's talking about.
I would like to state the fact, though, that when we say it's coming home, it means it's just coming home to our homeland. Not that it's ever been home or ever it's come back home. Like, do you know what I mean? It's coming home is our home, which is England.
Well, we invented football. That's why. So that's what the whole song was about. And I think the song was about because we was playing at Wembley in '96 at home. Yeah. It means the trophy's coming home, you know, to England. That's all it's about. Yeah. But he hasn't got a clue. That's how thick he is, to be honest. Yeah. You know, I'm sure there's Leicester fans listening to this.
Well,
I'll have to challenge any Leicester fan. So you want to put Leicester fan on here? I'll happily have a chat with them.
Yeah, I've got a couple I could probably bring on.
Not even. I've got lots of Arsenal fans and I've got lots of Leicester fans. It's only the Leicester fans that are moaning about Kane. What they're forgetting is Kane played for Leicester.
Well, if you've got any of these fans that want to come on the show, just tell them. Hop on.
Do you know what also I like to do is after the tournament, once it's all died down, whether we win or lose, I like to have a chat about people going out to buy an England shirt who've never watched a solitary game of football in their lives. Going to these, I've got to say this, going to these pubs, taking up seats, they're on their phones, taking Snapchats and TikToks. Yeah. On the news, I watched them. They went to like a Box Park in Croydon and they showed all these, you know, after the Denmark game. And I've seen actually people sitting there on their phones while Kane scored. And they're on their phones doing their hair, tied up shirt with Beckham on the back. So I personally think that.
But do you not think that happens in stadiums though? There's people that come all the way from like China or the Middle East to come and watch, but they've never watched a football game in their whole life.
That's different with club football. If you're going to come all the way, to follow your club. Yeah. But the ones that are now all of a sudden football fans, you sort of where's the line here? So
not in general like football fans, but like just now England fans.
Well, they're not. I mean, if you look on ITV and BBC when they screen it, they always show the crowd, and some of them the team's getting beat, and they're sitting there like this, and they see themselves on the screen and they're waving. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd be distraught. You want, if you're a proper fan, you wouldn't want that camera in your face.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So there needs to be a line when it comes to. I think if you're going to go to a pub tomorrow night, you need to be asked the question: can you name 5 England players?
Yeah.
If they say, "Well, I only know Kane," out you go.
Yeah.
Because you're not good to me. And also pubs as well. I know they've had a really bad year and a half, but pubs that pretend to be sports bars now also need closing. There's a certain pub near me, and I went to watch a Tottenham game there last year, and I went, oh well, the rugby's on, and the Formula One's on. We can just put you in the corner with no sound. Imagine me going into that pub tomorrow. They're not going to shove me in the corner with
There's
no
a lot
sound,
of places that do that, in it. I mean, they try and accommodate for you.
You've got to be, you've got to be one or the other. But that's my little rant over for that. That just bugs me a lot.
But at least we haven't got long now. Pre-season's on its way as well. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, and you know what? It's back to a bit of normality. The same people in these pubs will be telling their husbands in August, "Oh, football's on again. Can we watch something else? Love Island's on." That's the same people that'll be in these pubs tomorrow.
Corrie.
Yeah, I'll watch Corrie. I love Corrie.
I do watch Corrie.
Yeah.
Well, being a Southern, I thought you'd be more of an EastEnders fan.
No, I'm the opposite actually. Believe it or not, I watch both religiously. Corrie's my favourite. Yeah, but no, no, I can't wait. And nice to go back to full capacity again, and just go back to the regular Sunday Thursday thing.
That's it. Yeah. Well. For us, it'll be a Saturday.
Saturday for you. Yeah. Maybe not Monday night one thrown in.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it's great. So I'm looking forward to that, and back to the banter with you and everyone else.
That's it, mate. That's it. That's also. But the proper football's coming back.
Well, yeah. I mean, international football's great. International football's only good if you're doing well.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah. So I mean, if you have when we got beat to Iceland, it was awful.
But it wouldn't matter to like just quickly. It wouldn't matter to these fans that you say that just walk into a pub and start supporting England. It wouldn't matter to them how far we got and if we lost. But exactly. To the people that actually like football, it does matter. It does matters.
Yeah, so they'll go to this pub, not really. They want us to win, but they don't really care if we lose. They're not going to start crying or put their head in their hands. And also, they'll get an hour off work the following morning. Yeah. So it's all jumping on the bandwagon kind of thing.
Yeah.
You can always tell a football fan from a non-football fan. I can just sit there and tell it because I've done it too long. But
obviously, being around back home as well, after the games, getting food. Have the streets been a bit of a mess, or have you seen that?
I've been. To be honest with you, I've watched them at home for the simple reason for what I just said. You do get the idiots that start throwing, which is fine, the beer thing in the air and all that. But it has
what's his name? Rob Beckett or
Beckett? Yeah,
he's funny. He's funny.
Yeah, he does a good podcast apparently. I've heard. So
he is funny. I watched all his Instagram things, and he's just like he goes off the rails like. And I was like, he's an Arsenal supporter, isn't he? I think
he is. Yeah. He is, yeah.
But I was like, most of the time he just goes there to get hammered. It's like he turns up 4 hours before.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And you got. I mean, if you look at the celebrities that go up, Piers Morgan, Susanna Reid, and let's be honest, how many games of football do they go to in their life? Susanna Reid possibly let her off. She does go to Palace now and again because her boyfriend Simon Jordan, but.
Piers Morgan's an Arsenal supporter as well, but I don't think he's ever been to a game, is he?
Once or twice, yeah. They're all freeloading. I mean, you had James Corden and his family there. I mean, how on earth has he got a ticket? But 750 quid a ticket these are for tomorrow night. If I had one, I wouldn't sell it. I'd go. But fair play to them.
Yeah.
For going, but no, I'm going to go for I think it'll be a very, very tense game from the minute we kick off. And I'm going to go for an England win on penalties after a 0-0 draw. Oof. How's that?
That wouldn't be too bad because we are shocking sometimes at penalties. I don't think we're very as when we get to penalties, the pressure I think hits us too much.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's gonna. I've got a feeling it's going to be tense.
Yeah.
In some ways, if we're going to lose, I'd rather lose early. I'd rather be 3-0 down after half an hour, and that way you've got the rest of the match just to
change the channel.
Well, yeah, either that or just let it sink in. Because come 90 minutes, you're sort of fair enough. They beat us, they're comfortably, and I'd rather have that than go 0-0 and then they go and score an extra time, because that's the worst possible.
Yeah.
Worst possible way to win a game of football.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's a good game. I really do. I just hope. I mean, whatever's happened, it's been great, and it is nice to see the country. You know,
I think because also a lot of people have had a lot of time on their hands as well, so they've enjoyed it more. You know, it's
and this tournament was meant to be played last year. Would we have won it last year? Probably not, actually. So it's probably lucky that it's been extended.
Playing at Wembley, do you think that's an advantage as well?
Absolutely, 100%. 100%. And Scottish people will say that, and they've already said it. The Danes have said it. Well, if you play 6 of your 7 games at Wembley, well, that's not our fault. We don't choose a venue.
That'd be like anywhere, though. Do you know what I mean? It would be like anywhere.
Well, yeah, we played in Rome. We won there.
Yeah.
You just gotta get on with it, and we don't choose the venue. So
yeah.
I'm looking forward. Are you in Barbacoa tomorrow? What are you doing for the?
I'll be watching it. Yeah, on the big screen. Yeah.
And have you got a lot of people? Is you gonna have I'm assuming, I know it's because of the COVID situation and you're level 2 and whatnot. What's it like out there at the minute for England fans?
Yeah, obviously there's not a lot of tourists over at the moment, but I think anyway, because it's a final, you'll still probably get a few Danish come to watch it, and do you know what I mean, because it's a big event anyway. You know, even the teams that aren't in it anymore, they come to watch. Same with when they come to watch their handball, not a sport thing. They all come to the final to watch it. If it be Spain versus, do you know what I mean, Ukraine or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I suppose if it was the final tomorrow night with somebody else, we'll watch it, wouldn't we?
Yeah. We
always watch the World Cup final and
I watched the Europa League final. That was good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I recorded that.
we do tend to watch the finals, don't we? But you know, it's going to be good. So I'm meeting friends tomorrow at 3:00 in the pub. So we're actually starting 5 hours early because it's first come first served where the pub is.
So that's why you had your little rant about people like coming in.
Yeah, so I'm getting in at 3:00. I'm getting in at 3:00, and I ain't moving until I come out.
Oh, sorry, Doris reserved this table. Doris can do one.
Doris can jog on, yeah, and Whitney can move on with her boyfriend Jake, who's never watched a game here. So yeah, my mate said to me, actually, goes, "What are we going to do about food?" I said, "I don't even think about food tomorrow. It's just having a few beers and go from there." But no, we're in at 3:00, so we're going to be it's going to be a long old day.
Yeah,
and I'm off work Monday. So
perfect. Well, Johnny, thanks for coming on the show, mate.
No, thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully, England do win tomorrow.
Let's hope it comes.
I'm gonna go more of a positive score, and I'm gonna go 2-0 England.
Oof. Oh.
I'm gonna go 2-0 England. Yeah, I've got to.
You've had too much sleep today, JB.
No, not enough.
I hope you're right. You're right.
A sunburn, sunstroke.
That's what it is. Sun's gone to your head. We see. Hopefully you're right. You're right. But the main thing is let's lift that trophy and have a good night. Yeah. Good, man. All right. Good. Well, listen, enjoy the game. I'm sure I'll catch up with you afterwards.
Yes, we will.
For the aftermath.
Yes. Yeah, I'll get a few more people on as well.
Yeah, bring some Leicester hating Kane fans on as well, please.
Thanks, guys. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe on the video and look out for any more of the content that we put on here. Soon the Premier League will be back, so we'll be back with our one-on-one fan talks. Johnny will be on there as well to talk about Tottenham, and we'll get a few more newbies on the go as well. Great. I think it's been that long. I've forgotten who's been promoted. You got
Norwich.
Yeah, we got Norwich. We'll get some Norwich fans on here.
Who else was it?
Was it Watford? Was it Watford?
Watford, yeah.
Watford.
There's a 3 that went down. Bournemouth, not Bournemouth. Was it Bournemouth?
No, it wasn't Bournemouth. No, I don't think it was
Brentford.
Brentford, yeah, it was Brentford, yeah. So
look
out for
them. Fans? Do we know any Brentford fans?
Oh, we'll find someone. We'll definitely find someone.
I don't think I know. I was going to say if I knew one, I'd get them on, but I don't know any Brentford fans.
Yeah. There'll be one lurking around. I'm sure they'll all come out of the woodwork if they beat Arsenal on the first day.
Oh, you've got the first game, yeah. Well, we got Man City, so I think you have the 3-point advantage there.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but newly promoted teams aren't the easiest, to be fair.
Good side, Brentford, to be fair. I hope they stay up, but it's going to be tough for them, but they'll be all right. They'll be all right. It's about time for them, to be fair. But that's another chat for another day.
So, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. And cheers, Johnny. I will catch you in a bit, mate.
No worries, mate. See ya. Bye.
One way, football.